you are stronger than you think, but not in the scammy sense where I'm gonna say this and then sell you some fucking online course to be like, hello, here's how you unlock your inner strength with this secret 3-day course. No, this is a lot simpler than that. It's just gonna be fucking convincing you that if you're under recovered a little bit for whatever reason, maybe you've been researching about the importance for recovery for various methods of training, various things. In most cases, you should still do the thing. This video is going to be kind of an anti-cope of sorts, and is also going to lay out some exceptions so that I don't get sued and you don't get yourself injured by fucking, attempting the huge PR while you're, on 2 hours of sleep and on fucking tons of narcotics and about to snap your shit up. But most cases are not like that, so let's get into it. Here are the common copes that I could think of just by either fucking what I could just brainstorm that an average person would think of as an excuse to skip the gym or to skip any other physical activity, and by things that I have used as an excuse before. Number one, this either you know what I'm talking about or you don't, is sleep trackers. If you have ever used a sleep tracker, which I have, the Sleep Cycle app for a year plus, most of them are inaccurate. Just think about it this way, like, who's gonna know that information better, yourself or the fucking cell phone or a Ring? Just ignore all the funny graphs and plot points and statistics. I know I'm asking you to be willfully ignorant, but just think about this logically for a second. Do you feel good? Yes. So even if the fucking sleep tracker app said you got a 74% sleep quality and anything below 80 is bad, for instance, you should, if you feel fine, there's no reason why you should use that as an excuse. Now, the Sleep Cycle app I still recommend if you need an alarm, if you need to fucking wake up to an alarm that isn't like super loud and obnoxious, because the standard alarms they have on there are very cool, and the wake up window is nice, and I'm sure they don't like sell your information to too many Chinese companies, so there's no like real downside as long as you don't let it affect you mentally, because I know for a fact that I used to use this as a cope, as an excuse sometimes when it's like, oh shit, it says I slept really bad, I guess I'm gonna not go to the gym. And this shows a deeper lack of dedication that you need to fix with more than just fucking sleep tracker app. Now, temporarily undershooting your protein and or calorie goals. This is kind of the issue with tracking your food, or at least I can assume. I'm gonna be honest, this one I've never really done. I've never really tracked my calories or food. This is actually could be a reason why I'm not making as much progress as I should be. But a potential downside I can see of this is, again, the same thing, where if you seem very like prone to excuses, then you may use this as an excuse to be like, oh shit, I was supposed to hit 135 grams of protein, but I hit fucking 125. Oh, woe is me, I guess I'm not gonna go to the gym. Or even if you don't full on decide to pussy out and say I'm not gonna go, it's gonna be like kind of implanted into your subconscious, like, oh yeah, shit, I'm under recovered and I'm not gonna push as hard as I otherwise would. That's what it really comes down to, because if you even like care about training even a little, like if you care about training enough, right, you're not gonna like skip the gym because of one of these very trivial reasons. But the like subconscious mindset that it'll implant more than likely is that you can't push as hard as you otherwise would. And here I am to tell you that unless it's one of the very severe lol, I said edge, scenarios that we're gonna cover soon, you should probably still go, and you can probably push just as hard, right? Now, if this is consistently the case, that you're undershooting your fucking protein and calorie goals, fix it. This is just the principle of paying your dues, right? Pay your rent to your landlord, tip your landlord. Your landlord is your body, and they have your best interest in mind, in this very specific case. So, pay it, motherfucker. Please give it the protein and calories it needs. But if this is just for one day, you undershoot for whatever reason, egg prices went up 365% again, there's no reason to use, excuse me, this as an excuse to not train as hard as you can. Now, no access to caffeine. This is a pretty, what's it called, a pretty fucking common one. I'm seeing more and more across, like, a bunch of people who I go to the gym with. It's like, they genuinely just, like, cannot, or maybe they can, but they just do not go without some hardcore ass rise, nitric, whatever the fuck, stimulant pre-workout. And therefore, once they run out of that, once the fucking economy collapses, they can't buy anymore, whatever hypothetical scenario, they just don't get access to caffeine anymore, they what are they gonna do? Are they just gonna like completely burn and crash out and fucking lift? I don't know. Go back to the 2.5 pounders on lateral raises? No, you're still gonna go to the gym, my guy. If you don't have access to caffeine, it's like few days. Yeah, you're a little bit fucked, yeah, sure, because like your body's used to that whole state of having those stimulants in it and fucking essentially taking loans from energy, but you're gonna readjust to it, you're gonna be fine. Please. This is a very simple one, the simplest one actually. It just comes out to the strongest I'm tired wah fan versus average just train truism enjoyer, because this is a truism in most cases. I guess that kind of okay, let's just go with a general application. Just train is a truism. Now the last one, last common cope, is that you're missing some niche equipment. Oh fuck, I forgot to pack my straps, for example. Oh, I ran out of liquid chalk. The homeless man at the bus stop stole my liquid chalk. Whoops, unfortunate. Right now, if this is you just got your liquid chalk stolen by the homeless man at the bus stop, and you're considering fucking not pushing yourself to the limit because my grip is gonna limit my lower back or my upper back or some shit, and another case is like, I don't know, you don't have a belt. It's like, I can't squat because I'm gonna actually die if I don't have a belt. Just think of some of the MFs in Africa, right? You see all those clips. I'm not sure how much of that is real, but it's like it does serve as a very good sense of inspiration when you see these jacked ass people, presumably living in Africa, with little to no equipment. They just use their years of construction knowledge to like weld their own shit together in their backyard, and they lift like rusty tin cans and shit, and they're still jacked. Maybe they have like Somalian black market access to steroids or whatever, but that's not the point, okay? The point is, those guys can do it without that equipment. You can do this, right? You're missing your straps for one day. Please, it's a new learning experience, if anything. And you were designed to grip shit, right? If we did evolve from monkey spent literally all fucking day gripping shit, swinging from trees. Like, you're gonna be fine, trust me. Be sure to report that the homeless man stole your liquid chalk, though, because that is an issue. Now, the big exception for this is that if the equipment is needed for safety reasons. So, for example, if you have like really bad elbow tendonitis and you fucking left your elbow sleeves at home or some shit, obviously don't go try a 1 rep max. But that is pretty self-evident. In other cases where the equipment isn't necessary, you can still train hard, bro. Don't use this as a cope. Speaking of 1 rep maxes, we are now going to move on quickly to the exceptions to the case. The exceptions where the cope is a bit valid and therefore is not a cope, and where you should probably lay off a little bit. The first case is 1 rep max attempts, but in only certain cases. Now, what I mean is that if you feel undercovered like this, how do you judge whether or not to go for a 1 rep max? If this is just on the day off and you've been feeling fine all the time before, and you can see no reason for why this is the case, there's a high chance that it's the mindset. It is most definitely just your mindset if it came out of nowhere. Like the last fucking, I don't know if I recorded the video already by this time, but it's definitely a video idea about anxiety and lifting and how to fix all that shit. And your mindset can have a humongous impact on how you perform in these big lifts. On more rep work, not so much because it's more methodical, but a 1 rep max really is like a battle. And therefore, if this seeming fatigue just came out of nowhere, it more than likely is your mindset. You more than likely should just dig deep, attempt the 1 rep max anyway, and your body will show up for you. Now, if there's a pattern, if you've been doing shit that you know results in fatigue and bad recovery, maybe put off the 1 rep max, go lower, do a fucking heavy single at 90% or some shit. If you haven't been paying your dues like you should be over here, and you know why you're feeling this way, then you understand, okay, I've been kind of a dumbass, I should stop being a dumbass, and then, reattempt this 1 rep max so as I do not get injured once I have stopped being a dumbass. Now, the second exception to this is that if you feel like you will snap your shit up if you continue and if you push further, you have to be honest with yourself. Obviously, you fucking do 1 dumbbell fly and, oh shit, it stretches the pecs a little bit, I guess I'm gonna get a pec tear, I should leave the gym. No. If you definitely know that this is the case, that you're gonna snap your shit up, and you feel that something really isn't right. Like, for example, what's it called? A couple of times, like 2 or 3 times that I can remember, I've been squatting, and this is usually when I squat kind of low. It's either when I squat really ATG or when I fucking rebound fast out of the hole. I just feel like some really like shocked kind of feeling in my hamstring that just should not be there. And at that point I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do another top set probably. I'm gonna do a few back downs, or just stop squatting for the day. Because that's not like a normal bodybuilding type of pain. That's like a fucking, hey, dumbass, you're doing something wrong type of pain. And if that is what occurs, then you should definitely back off a little. And if it occurs in the middle of training, like I just outlined with this previous example, definitely don't push it. It's safer. You'll lose out on fucking a little bit of tonnage, but if you, like, you know that that's a warning sign, right? And if you ignore that warning sign and you keep going, and you do push it, then you will lose out on a ton more tonnage. I use the word ton twice. Fuck me, I guess. You will lose out on a lot more tonnage than if you just played it safe because, you know, you listen to your body, listen to that warning sign. But except for those few cases, be sure to avoid these common copes and still show up, still train hard, because you are stronger than you think.